Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 15 Ultimate Team gameplay. Today, this is actually the old squad. I showed you guys the new squad the other day. This is actually 2 games with the old squad here. As you see, Colin Kaepernick miss a wide open Vernon Davis in the first play of the game, which was pretty cool. But the next play, Jamal Charles gets us the first down anyways. But yeah, I'm showing you guys this old gameplay because today we're going to go over some Week 11 NFL predictions. And I figured I'd just throw this in here because why not, as Jamal Charles is trying to make a top 10 play. Look at Charles running. Oh man, he could have gotten that all the way. If he did, that would have been one hell of a play. Instead, we come out play action here. And keep in mind while I'm showing you guys these 2 games that I had already been eliminated from my playoffs. I think I was in like all Madden first string. I had lost like 2 or 3 games. One game I lost connection. Next game I lost off some face catch. I think like 2 games I lost off face catching. So at this point I had already been eliminated from the playoffs. I didn't really have much to play for. So I was kind of goofing around and stuff like that. Though at the same time still kind of trying to win. So you'll see me do some kind of awkward stuff. But anyways, moving on into the main point here, the Week 11 predictions here. We will start off with the Browns and the Texans. And at the dog pound, I'm taking the Browns against Ryan Mallett in his first career start. I'm betting against the rookie here. You know, it's just, I don't know what reason I have to bet for the Texans when they're starting Mallett for the first time ever, you know? I mean, obviously, a Mallett can get that offense going. They have weapons. They have DeAndre Hopkins, who's a promising receiver. Obviously, Arian Foster. If you have Foster, you have a chance, but I don't know. The Browns are a pretty good team. I think I'll take them and their whole little play-action offense system, the run play-action thing. I think I'll take that over the Texans. And moving on, Falcons and Panthers. That's going to be an ugly game. But for the Falcons, you know, They don't win against any team that's not in the NFC South. But if they can win this game, they'll be 4-0 in the NFC South and be in a pretty decent position to come away with the division crown. Which makes no sense, but that's just how bad the NFC South is this season. And I would actually take the Falcons in the game. You know, just Matt Ryan on the road. Falcons don't really have a pass rush to mess up the offensive line lack of depth that the Falcons have. And Matt Ryan, you know, Julio Jones, I think I'll take them, man. I think I'll take them despite their, you know, lack of defense. But once again, what's Cam Newton, the banged-up Cam, and that whole banged-up team? And you see Jamal Charles hitting the juke move and getting free here. What is that team going to do to the banged-up Falcons defense, you know? I mean, they scored, 37 on a pretty good Bengals squad the other week. But, I don't know, that seemed to be more of a fluke than something that we should be expecting from the Panthers, you know? Especially after the way they looked against the Eagles. That was not good, man. That was not good at all. Damn. And Cam, I don't know if Cam's banged up or what, but it's not looking good for them. Vikings and Bears. It's a lot of good games, and at the same time, there's lots of games like these that I'm going over right now. Vikings and Bears. This is really a toss-up, man. I couldn't figure. There was 2 games that I really couldn't figure out who to go with. This is one of them, Vikings and Bears. I ended up going with the Bears just because I just feel like, you know, the Bears at home can do just enough to win against the rookie Bridgewater. Though I do like Bridgewater, I think I'll take my bets with the Bears to, you know, eventually turn things around and get 1 win. They're a terrible team defensively, as we should have gotten the pick there with Perry. I have no idea how we didn't get that one. And they're not a terrible team, so I mean on offense at least. So I think they could turn around and beat the Vikings just enough. But the Vikings, they are a legitimate team with some good talents, so it should be a close game. And now next game, Saints and Bengals. Now, this game is interesting, man, because the Bengals are pretty banged up. They have no Vontaze Burfict. Well, not pretty banged up, but they are kind of banged up. No Vontaze Burfict. No Gio Bernard this week. And going into the Superdome, and, you know, not having your leader of your defense Burfict against Drew Brees, yeah, it could be an iffy game. Obviously, Drew Brees isn't really having too good of a season. And, I don't know. I think I would take the Saints at home against the Bengals and Andy Dalton in the Superdome. I mean, he's not going to do as bad as he did last week, alright? It's not going to be a 2.0 passer rating, but how much better can it possibly get, you know? The only thing you can hope for the Bengals' sake is that Jeremy Hill can get going against that Saints defense so they can establish some good play action and stuff like that. Because that seems to be the only hope for them right now to beat the Saints on the road, so we'll see what happens, but I'll take the Saints. Broncos and Rams. I'll take Broncos. Rams defense might be able to stymize Peyton Manning a little bit, but I'll still take Peyton Manning. Or I'll still take Peyton Manning and the two Thomases, Demarius and Julius, and Manuel Sanders. I'll take them, all right. And even more importantly, the Broncos defense, I'll take over Sean Hill, all right. As we drop yet another pick, it's kind of funny the Madden picks and stuff we've been not getting in this game, but that's usually the way it goes. As you see, we're trying to make a nice little goal line stand, and that's gonna help out a ton. Vontaze Burfict coming up with the sack there. 3rd down 30, nearly impossible to convert, and he doesn't. But he ends up kicking the field goal here. So now it's up to our offense to ice this game up. So moving on from that game. Next game is Seahawks at Chiefs. Now this should be a really good game because both these teams have really good defense. Cam Chancellor should be back this week. I don't think he played last week against the Giants. I remember him playing at least. And then the Chiefs, of course, we'll see what Jamal Charles can do against that Seahawks defense. A battle of two of the best running backs. It's going to be Lynch versus Charles more than anything. Because it's not going to be Smith versus Wilson. I don't think anybody's really expecting that. It's going to be more of who gets their run game going, whose defense could create more turnovers and stuff like that. Whether it's going to be Michael Bennett or Justin Houston, which pass rusher is going to be making more of an impact. And, of course, the Seahawks, they just lost Brandon Mebane for the year, so they're getting a little bit weaker on that inside, which might mean a little bit more holes for Charles. But I can't see the Seahawks dropping this game, all right? And by the way, this is the end of this game, but now we're going to show you guys a little halftime show, show you guys the actual predictions I have here, and then we'll hop into the next game. So you guys will see that here. I'll show you guys a little bit of stats, but yeah, so Seahawks over Chiefs. I'll take that. Just can't see them losing, but on the road, the Chiefs at home, they're a pretty damn good team at Arrowhead, so that game, who knows? It'll be a good game. I'm excited to see that game. Another game I'm kind of excited to see is Niners and Giants. Even though my Giants are pretty much done at this point for the season as far as making the playoffs or anything like that, we can still play for some pride, and we can definitely beat this Niners squad, man. I believe we can. This is the other game I debated on who to take for a good minute or so. I flip-flopped like 3 or 4 times. I was like Niners over Giants. Actually, no, Giants over Niners. I think I did it, like 3, 4, 5 times. Eventually, I stuck with Niners over Giants. The case for the Giants is Rashad Jennings is coming back. It's a West Coast team playing a 1 p.m. game. Usually those don't go too well for the West Coast teams due to, their bodies functioning on, their time. It's like 10 a.m. for them in the, by the time they play that 1 p.m. game. So that's the case. And then Borland might not even be playing. The Niners already without Bowman, already without Willis. Now they might not have that rookie Borland who's been playing well. So who are they going to have in the middle to stop Rashad Jennings? And of course Eli and Odell Beckham. The more they play, the more chemistry they're developing right now, and that's looking like a really promising duo, man. I'm really excited to see the way Beckham Jr. has been playing ever since he came back from that hamstring injury from the preseason, actually from training camp, or maybe even off season training, or whatever the hell it was, man. He was injured for the longest time, but since he's come back, man, he's been a beautiful thing to watch. So you'll see how that goes. But I think I'll just give the Niners in the end. I don't know. Niners can find ways to win, just like the way the Giants seem to find ways to lose lately. That's just the way it is. So you see 2-minute warning hits here. We're running a little screen pass. We gave up a touchdown on our first session there. He put a good drive together. So now we're going to have to try to answer it right back. Of course, as you guys know, all game means, these are 3-minute quarters instead of 4-minute quarters. So he took up quite a bit of time. We don't have too much time to work with ourselves. We get sacked on first down. I know we sent an A-gap or someone just didn't block, but whatever happened really screwed us over. And this really screws us over. 3rd down and 17. Kaepernick just straight up misses Antonio Brown wide open for the first down. So that wasn't cool. Next game, moving on. Bucks and Redskins. I'll take Redskins in that game. I think, they have a half-decent defense this year, and I think RG3 and Alfred Morris can, and they have a good offense, man. They have a bunch of good names. Should be enough, but it's kind of disappointing how much the Redskins haven't been doing on offense. But at the same time, part of it is, their defense also gives up a lot of points. But I think against the Bucks team, against Josh McCown, they can put together a little win here. Now, Chargers and Raiders, I'll take the Chargers in this game. The Raiders could make it close, but I think on the road, I don't think the Raiders are getting their first win of the season on the road against the Chargers, especially in a game that the Chargers really need. If they've been on a little free fall lately, they need to turn their season around, and losing against the Raiders will be a big problem, because then they have to play division games against the Broncos and Chiefs. I think they still have one more game against both of them, so they definitely need this game against the Raiders, and I think they'll try hard enough. They won't take a little back seat this week. Now, Lions and Cardinals should be a really good game, because two of the top defenses, Calvin Johnson is back. Obviously, for the Cardinals, no Carson Palmer for the rest of the season, but they still have Fitz, they still have Floyd, they still have the young John Brown who's been bursting onto the scene, and Andre Ellington, as you see Kaepernick again, 4th and 3. Like, come on, Cap. You're going to cost us the... he is literally costing us the game because he can't make a throw to move the chains right now. So, I mean, I don't know what else to do, man, except get a new quarterback. And this is the last game I ever played with Cap and, at quarterback. This is the most feared Cap. I had him for a while for his speed, but his accuracy is butt cheeks. So, 3rd down and 1 comes up. This is kind of a critical play. He calls a timeout right before, and he throws it to Charles, who should be getting the 1st down, but he gets crushed by Peterson. And even though he recovers the fumble, he still takes the field goal here, rather than trying to go for it on 4th and 2 and trying to ice the game. So, that gives us a little window of opportunity to stay in the game with all 3 of our timeouts and 2 minutes and 30 seconds to work with. Now, Steelers and Titans, real quick. I'll take Steelers in that game. I think they rebound from their loss against the Jets. Titans defense is, you know, a decent defense. They got Casey, they got McCourty. They got a few good names in their defense, but I'll take the Steelers. I'll take Big Ben and Brown. I don't think Antonio Brown's gonna be having as bad of a game as he had last week, so I think the Steelers will do just enough. So that, and the 2 games left. Oh yeah, by the way, did I say I took the Lions to win that game? I think the Lions can win it, man. Even though it's on the road against, you know, in one of the toughest environments to play in right now, Arizona, maybe even the toughest. But I don't know, man. I got a good feeling about the Lions, even though I'm not sure Reggie Bush is playing. You know, just Sue in the middle there, and you know that defense against Drew Stanton. I don't know, man. I don't know how much points Stanton's going to score, but I think the Lions could put up at least 17 to 20, and I'm not sure Stanton will be able to keep up. But it should be a close game because both these 2 teams have been playing a ton of close games this season. As you see, we get a touchdown here. Now all we need is a stop, man. We need to get a stop, force a 3 now here, and we're good. But I don't know. I just completely missed the tackle with Berry, and that kind of cost us because 2nd down blitz, Eddie Lacy again the 1st down. Now, Eagles and Packers should be another good game. I mean, obviously, you know, Mark Sanchez looked decent last week. Obviously, he had a lot of help, too. And by the way, this play really pissed me off here. Because if he just needs the ball, since the play clock is only 30 seconds in MUT, I would have been able to call a timeout, and he would have had to do something on 4th down with about like 2 seconds left. He would have had to call a play, whether it was a punt or another run or something. Just something to give me an opportunity. But since that fluky thing happened on the knee down where he fell down, I don't know how the hell it happened, but it cost me a chance at getting like a Hail Mary punt return or something, because that ended up killing those last 5 seconds of the clock that needed to be killed. So that was kind of dumb, but anyways, I'll take the Packers to win that game. I think, you know, Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau should be doing enough to carve up that Eagles defense. So, and I just don't think Sanchez will be able to keep up. So I'll take the Packers in that game. And Colts and Patriots, I'll go over that game. I'll try to do a Colts and Patriots game over the weekend. I'll go over that game a little bit more at that point. But you guys see my pick. I took the Patriots to win that game. I just think Tom Brady, for some reason, Belichick has Andrew Luck's number. I think Brady and those boys, they're clicking right now, and they'll just keep on steamrolling through and find a way to beat the Colts. So I hope you guys leave a like in the video if you enjoyed this. Subscribe for more Madden 15 Ultimate Team gameplays and all that stuff. And I'll catch you guys next time.